But there are those cases in which, for whatever reason, the family member sees our taking their mother off the prescription and putting her into an activity circle as us somehow abdicating our responsibility for protecting, for maintaining the security and the safety of the resident. And there is something scary about taking a person who has been completely controllable and making them somewhat uncontrollable, because that person can act out, can exhibit behaviors that are they're unsightly, maybe they're uncomfortable, and they could be dangerous.
Yes.
And sometimes bad things do happen. All of a sudden a person that's not going to be slumped over in the wheelchair tries to get up, they fall down, break their hip, and go to the hospital, and they die. I mean, bad things are going to happen. Many times they convert pretty quickly. Many times the family members that originally said, don't you dare take my mom off that prescription, she can't handle that, comes back a week later or 2 weeks later and sees the results, and tears come to their eyes. They say, thank you for doing that.
Mick, you're raising a really good point here, which is that there is no risk-free environment. And reducing these medications, which so often make as you sort of put it, make people controllable, by moving away from those medications and using non-drug approaches, it does introduce a different kind of risk into the picture. And people, I think you're doing it, and other people watching this need to realize how important this is. You have to educate elders and family members about that risk.
Right. And it's, you ask yourself personally, would you like a life without risk? And, I think that the first response is, of course, I don't like risk. But if you start thinking about it, so many of the fun parts of life involves risk.
But that brings me to my last question for you, Mick. Tell me about Ecumen's commitment to changing aging and how that plays out for you.
One of the things we're doing is creating a risky environment. There's consequences. Those risks come out every once in a while. We'll get a bad survey. We will be found in violation of some law. We'll get sanctioned. We'll get fined. We'll get the publicity that Ecumen runs bad nursing homes, whatever. The atmosphere that we create does not punish people for allowing that to happen. We do, so there's a trust amongst our own staff that says we can try new things. If they don't work, if we lose money on it, because by trying new things, you're automatically going to fail. If the more significant the newness, the more likely the failure is. If the screw up is our fault, if we have maliciously or negligently or willfully caused harm, then there are consequences, immediate, direct. When you apply that to aging, it's one thing to say we're going to transform our industry, we're going to make nursing homes look different. Well, we've gone to step beyond it. Why have a nursing home at all? Why have assisted living? Why have community service? What's that entirely different? And it has to do with not what I can make money on, not what's available, not what the regulations say. It's what is it as a person I would find if I'm 85 years old or 65 years old? What's going to make me happy at that particular time? So that's where we start. And then how do we create a business around that?
I'm going to wrap it up there with Mick Finn from Ecumen and say thanks to everybody watching on RealCareNowTV. And I look forward to being your partner, Ecumen, in our ongoing effort to change aging. Mick Finn, thanks for taking time to visit with us. We really appreciate it.
It was fun for me. Thank you.